Hey everyone, I wanted to talk to you today about the pros and cons between a granular and a liquid pre-emergent application. As you probably know, you probably noticed, most professionals, including us, we use a liquid application, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your granulars are completely useless. There is a place for those, but the primary reason why professionals use a liquid is because, first of all, you get a more even coverage across your lawn. You get the same application rate across the entire lawn, whereas as opposed to a granular, it's kind of hit or miss. Some areas might get more, some areas might get less. It's a lot less even. Thus, you might have breakthrough in some areas, and other areas you won't. It's also easier with the liquid to get around the corners and the edges of your lawn, whereas with a granular, it's a little bit harder to do that, and you tend to see more breakthrough in those areas. So that's the first reason why professionals use liquid. Secondly, as I mentioned before, your pre-emergents, the ones the liquid ones that we use, they have a post-emergent aspect to them. So these small weeds that have germinated, they've already sprouted, they're starting to grow in your lawn. If we spray a liquid across the entire lawn, it's going to hit those and it's going to kill those. Whereas with the pre-emergent that's granular, that might not be the case. It's not going to hit those weeds that have already germinated, and it's not going to kill them. So it's less effective that way. With a liquid, you can also mix in a post-emergent weed control as well. This is probably the only application that we would recommend ever mixing a post-emergent and broadcasting it over the entire lawn. But it's for that same reason. You've got these small weeds that have already germinated that germinated before you're putting out the pre-emergent. They've already germinated, they're growing, and you want to go ahead and kill those. And a liquid application is going to be much more effective in doing that. So that's one of the reasons why we use the primary reason why we use a liquid over a granular. However, for ease of use, for the average homeowner that doesn't have the means to spray, the liquid doesn't have the pumps, it's a lot harder to do that. So use the granular by all means. If you have to choose between the two, you don't have the means for liquid, go ahead and use the granular, because something is better than nothing. It is going to work. It's not going to work quite as good, but it is going to help you. It is going to give you a benefit of preventing a lot of the weeds from coming up in the spring. So that's the difference between the two. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to let us know. Hope that helps. Thanks.